This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Haley Wilkes has a night off. Thanks so much for being with us. Topping our news at this hour, a major project in Venice. The sewer lift station at the South Jetty has to be moved. That's according to the Army Corps of Engineers. But that could also mean a Venice hotspot. Anita's Sandcastle concession station would have to go too. But a new plan may save that business. ABC7's Christopher Brownlee joins us live in Venice with more on the story tonight. Christopher?
Well, Scott, the problem here is Anita's Sandcastle and the lift station's proximity to the water, especially in a storm like Hermine. Anita's Sandcastle has long been a Venice hotspot, a place to enjoy the water and get a hot dog.
When we go out for lunch, we don't even say where are we going to go because this is it.
These ladies are out here every week, taking in the sun, the view, and the food.
We were very distressed when we thought it was going to go away.
This building has public restrooms. This underground lift station pumps the wastewater from here to the main sewer lines. The Army Corps of Engineers does not like that.
With the tropical storm, we had water overwashing the jetty, and that has a higher opportunity to infiltrate into the sewer system.
The Corps asked the city to pick up and move, but after much negotiation, the Corps has made a concession for the concession stand.
The Army Corps of Engineers agreed to allow us to keep the structure there, provided we remove the underground utilities and relocate them.
To help offset the costs for new piping, the West Coast Inland Navigation District, or WCIND, has offered to kick in $50,000 for what city engineer Kathleen Whedon says will be a gravity pipe.
So it'll be a single pipe that'll go from here to probably down near where the crow's nest is.
No, I think they need the concession stand here. It's always good to have a place where you can grab a quick sandwich and something to drink.
While the verdict is nearly written on the building, Anita and her famous hot dogs have reached the end of their lease, and the city is required by law to look for new vendors.
We'll be going out for competitive bid for this location for a future vendor.
And now Anita can apply to continue being the vendor out here. That will, of course, be up to the City Council. And speaking of City Council, the movement of the sewer line out here will go before City Council's approval tomorrow. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Christopher, thank you. The father accused of covering up the murder his son is accused of committing is sentenced today. James Kane will serve 34.5 months in the county jail for lying to police and trying to cover up his son's actions. Investigators say his son Robert Kane shot and killed his sister's ex-boyfriend, Jason Head. James Kane is accused of helping stage the crime to look like self-defense, but surveillance video shows a gun was placed in the victim's hand. During today's testimony, James Kane defended his actions.
I realize that it's not my fault, but I take responsibility for my family. That's what a dad does, I guess. I acted as a guardian to my child.
James Kane will get credit for the 5 months he's already served in jail. His son's murder trial is set for next April. An update now on a deadly shooting in Bradenton. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are looking for a woman who may have information about what happened. Deputies say Sharon Johnson is not a suspect, but may have witnessed the shooting early yesterday morning. Deputies say they found Ernestine Gardner in the front yard of a home on 11th Street East. She later died at Blake Medical Center. Witnesses say they overheard an argument before the shooting, but no arrests have been made. If you have any information about Johnson's whereabouts or the shooting, you can call Crime Stoppers in Manatee County at 866-634-TIPS. Now to a developing story on Florida's East Coast. Investigators in Fort Pierce are trying to determine whether a fire started at a mosque is a hate crime. Surveillance video shows 2 men approaching the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce overnight, moments before a flash was seen. Sheriff's deputies described one of the men as being either white or Hispanic. He's seen throwing a bottle of fluid or papers. He's now a prime person of interest. The mosque was once attended by Omar Mateen, the gunman of the Pulse nightclub shootings. The fire happening 3 months to the day after that massacre and the start of a Muslim holiday.
The intention is real hate, because coming to set up a worship center on fire on September 11th just shows that there's no other intent other than create harm and terrorize the Muslim community.
Right now, we're not sure exactly whether this is a hate crime or just an arson. We do know that a crime has occurred and that it is arson.
Local Islamic leaders there said that just 1 hour before this fire was set, the building was occupied and the fire could have taken a life. The FBI is investigating, and in light of that possible act of arson, a local mosque is reacting as well. The Islamic Center of Sarasota and Bradenton has several security measures in place, including surveillance cameras and deputies who patrol the grounds during services. Just last year, the mosque went through active shooter training. The mosque leadership says these sorts of acts have become increasingly common since September 11th. They say Omar Mateen's actions went against Islamic teachings and by no means represent the religion as a whole.
We are doing the best we can, and Muslim people, like I said, they are peaceful people, regardless of individual act of individual. That individual doesn't represent Islam.
The mosque welcomes anyone who's interested to sit in and observe a prayer service. Tomorrow, city leaders in Venice will likely enact the first true property tax increase in about a dozen years. During the budget meeting, the Venice City Council is expected to raise the millage rate from its current 3.1% to 3.6%, which means each Venice homeowner will pay $50 more per year per $100,000 their home is worth. That totals out to about $1.6 million more for the city. The council has spent months hotly debating this issue, and a second public hearing on the increase will be held in 2 weeks. Next week, Florida Power and Light will start another project in Venice to protect power poles from stormy weather. Beginning Monday, FPL crews will harden power poles along the Calle de Toro alleyway from Seaboard Avenue to Grove Street. Crews will replace the existing poles with hardened larger poles that can withstand storms better. The project will take 6 to 8 weeks, and residents in that area may see some delays in traffic. Let's get a check on our weather this afternoon. We've already seen some storms across the area. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
That's right, Scott, and another round now getting set to move through the coastal communities. The first round has already moved on through, brought some moderate to heavy rainfall, a few lightning strikes, and some gusty winds up to 30 miles an hour. Right now, there's one lone shower east of Palmetto, but look at this line. It's kind of merged together right there near Northport, extending off toward Inglewood. And now it's going to be moving into Venice once again. Venice still seeing some showers around from the earlier round, and now this whole line is pushing to the west at around 20. So expect some very heavy rainfall and even the small hail possibility and, of course, frequent lightning strikes. The rainfall rate at nearly 1.5 inches per hour, and that's pretty good. And it's moving to the west at 10 to 15, so it shouldn't be too bad. Some areas are moving more quicker at 20 miles an hour. Hidden River, some rain. Mayaca City, some rainfall. I mentioned the motion. You can see these two kind of coming together right there, heading toward Venice, Osprey, Palmer Ranch, and Nokomis. Well, much more on this and the newly formed tropical storm in the Atlantic coming up in just a few minutes. Scott.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. And Richard, we saw the Dow Jones Industrials down nearly 400 points on Friday, hoping for some rebound today on Wall Street.
Well, Scott, we certainly got that. Lots of up arrows all the way across the board. Didn't look that way first thing this morning. The Dow was down 90 points in just 5 minutes. By the end of the day, boy, take a look. We were up almost 240 points. But what's all this about all of a sudden? Well, we were down sharply on Friday because one voting member of the Fed indicated that he thought rates should move higher. Well, today a voting member of the Fed said she thought rates should stay the same. And I'm afraid we're going to have to stay tuned on this one because the Fed meeting is Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. In the meantime, volatility is definitely the name of the game. Let's take a look at the closing numbers. There you see the Dow up just shy of 240 points, more than 1.3%, closing at 18,325.07 on heavy volume of 807 million shares. The Nasdaq was the biggest winner of the day. Look at that, up almost 86 points, not quite 1.7%, closing at 5,211.89. Also on heavy volume of 1,909,000,000 shares. The S&P right in the middle, up just shy of 1.5%, more than 31 points, closing at 2,159.04. Okay, here's a question for you. What do Tesla and Walmart have in common? Well, if you think about it, probably not much. Well, you may want to think about it again. Tesla's self-driving car now has nothing on Walmart. Walmart today announced, listen to this, it has received a patent for a self-driving shopping cart. Yes, that's what I said. The system will also return empty shopping carts from the parking lot into the store area itself. It has sensors, it has a video camera, and it will take notes for you as well. So this is not ready to be used immediately, but Walmart will be rolling them out. And Scott, boy, the technology just keeps going and going, but that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that will be something to see when it happens.
Yes.
You also have some news on Apple today.
Yeah, well, I know we've got a lot of viewers who own Apple shares, and it's been struggling for a while. That's a nice way to put it, but it was up more than 2% today, up over $105 a share. So things are pointing higher for Apple as well.
All right. Great news today on the market. Thank you so much, Richard.
You're welcome.
Coming up, protests on the football field, how NFL players from all over are coming together to support fellow teammate in his stand against the national anthem. And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back. He'll take a look at the full weather forecast for the work week ahead. And then being an expert on wine can offer more than just good spirits. We'll explain in Health Smart.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family-owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
More NFL players are supporting the 49ers' Colin Kaepernick's protest over racial injustice. In a show of solidarity from coast to coast, NFL players kneeling or raising a fist, even an entire team linking arms to support Kaepernick's protest against racism and police brutality. Yesterday on the Seattle Seahawks sideline, the players, coaches, and workers stood united, arm in arm. And in the stands, they did as well. Some stands during the national anthem stood arm in arm.
And hopefully it's going to unify our country to where there's a message that needs to be heard. And so you heard us, now listen to us.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell weighed in over the weekend saying while he supports his players, he hopes they will remain respectful. A big fumble by ESPN, the company's fantasy football app, crashed on the first Sunday of the NFL season. The outage started around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just as 9 games were kicking off. 3 hours later, the associated app and website were partially working. ESPN says it's still trying to resolve the issues. ESPN says its fantasy football site is the most widely used in the country and had more than 7 million users last season. Popular thing to do these days and very untimely.
Yeah,
that
millions
site to
of
go
people
down.
probably changing their schedule or rearranging
Yeah.
who they're going to start and who they're not going to start. Who knows? Hopefully it gets fixed and everyone's going to have a happy end on that one. We are looking at not so happy weather if you wanted to go outside and enjoy some tennis or golf this evening. Showers and storms around Lakewood Ranch webcam showing the rain moving in this afternoon. We had a little brief shower and moved on through Lakewood Ranch, and then skies cleared a little bit. Now another line of showers getting set to move in across parts of the Suncoast, and that rain could be heavy as a result of this tropical air. We're into this tropical air mass now, and what that means for us is that the showers and storms moving on through will produce some moderate flooding at times. It looks like some areas are still very saturated from the storm we had a couple of weeks ago. And notice this rotation right here. You can kind of see that spin. Right there it is. This is an area of low pressure. The good news is that the winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere are just too strong to allow this to generate into any kind of a windstorm, but it will bring additional moisture, showers, and storms across the peninsula over the upcoming 24 hours. You can see some of that rain pinwheeling our way. There's the next line of showers and storms, especially down south now near Northport, Port Charlotte, and Venice and Inglewood. That rain could be heavy at times, I mentioned, and it's raining right now. Right there along I-75 near Venice, all the way up to the Venetian, southward down into Warm Mineral Springs, Osprey, and into Venice. You're going to get this next batch of showers and storms at 5:23 for Venice and 5:34 for Osprey. So it looks like this rain right now over Riverwalk Drive. You can see Warm Mineral Springs, US 41. Some lightning strikes occurring with these cells and possibility of gusty winds up to 30 miles an hour. There haven't been any reports of severe weather with these cells, so that's a good sign, but we will see the possibility of some heavy rain in a short period of time. You saw that near Lakewood Ranch up near 8/10 of an inch in just a short order. As far as temperatures go, they have cooled. It's 84. The dew point now at 73. We had northeast wind at 6. And the pressure rather low, 29.93 inches, with some showers being reported near the airport. 87 in Jacksonville, same now. In Miami, it's 2 degrees warmer in Orlando, 85 degrees in Key West, and around town where it's been raining, temperatures have come down into the low 80s. You can see 86 at Mayaca City, though. Still 85 in Sebring, Avon Park, and 84 now in Bradenton. Tuesday's forecast, now there could still be a few showers even in the morning with this kind of system around, but the rain mainly starting and becoming more numerous in the early afternoon and then continuing throughout the evening on Tuesday. So keep that in mind. We want to take you to the satellite and radar imagery, and you can see that rotation quite clearly right there. As I mentioned, the conditions are not favorable for this to develop or strengthen. We had a little system out here. That, too, got ripped apart by some strong winds at about 30 miles an hour in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Here it is, Invest 93L. Top winds are at 30 miles an hour. It's moving to the west-northwest at 13 miles an hour. And the forecast will continue to drive it off toward the west-northwest, right across the state for that matter. And it looks like it will eventually fade out to the north of us late tomorrow night. Well, this is the newly formed tropical storm. This is the latest, by the way, that a named tropical storm has formed in the Atlantic Basin in the month of September. Hard to believe. Normally we have storms in September, and so far we had to wait nearly a couple of weeks for that. It's moving to the north-northwest at 13 miles an hour. It's expected to stay as a storm out there in the Atlantic, having no impact on any land area at this time. For boaters, east winds will turn to the south at 5 to 10 knots. There'll be a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now warmed up 88 degrees after the storm moved through. It dropped down to 84. The high tide will be at 11:42. Sunset at 7:38. Tonight, evening storms, mostly cloudy, rain ending late, 76. Some of those storms could bring some locally heavy rainfall. And look at that, the rain chances staying high through this work week, even into the weekend. And that means the potential for some localized flooding. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. In Suncoast Traffic Watch at this hour in Manatee County, traffic looking pretty green on the map there. All the major arteries looking pretty good. Just the normal backups near the bridges. And the interstate, US 41, flowing nicely. In Sarasota County, though, there's some delays due to a traffic signal failure at US University Parkway heading east and at the I-75 interchange. But traffic is flowing pretty smoothly going into South County as well. Everything looks pretty good there at this hour. In health news tonight, doctors are spending less time caring for patients and their families in order to maintain electronic records. A small U.S. study finds that for every hour doctors spend treating patients during a typical workday, they devote nearly 2 more hours to maintaining health records and clerical work. The researchers analyzed data collected on 57 physicians in 4 states. And overall, the physicians spent 27% of their time interacting with patients and almost half of their time on desk work. The authors conclude physician burnout may become more likely when doctors get less time to spend treating their patients. Wine experts may be more likely to stave off Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's. A study published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience found that master sommeliers who have acute senses of smell also have larger, thicker parts of the brain that are less vulnerable to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The study author says while they don't know for sure, it's possible that when it comes to the brain, thicker is better. Brain scans were done on master sommeliers as they smelled wine and fruits, and they had a larger reaction in the areas of the brain that store memory. For years, medical professionals have known the benefits of breastfeeding. It can help strengthen a baby's immune system and protects against several childhood maladies. Well, now a couple of studies out of Europe have added to the list. The first study indicates that babies who are genetically predisposed to developing asthma are less likely to do so if they are breastfed. The second study shows that breast cancer survivors who breastfed their infants have a better chance of long-term survival if they do get that disease. Coming up next, it's a bird. It's a plane? No, it's a catfish. That's right, an unsuspecting woman gets hit right in the face by the fish that fell right out of the sky. We'll explain coming up. And a country music superstar sheds light on an amazing act of kindness. Those stories when we come back.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour quality selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade.
Seymour Savings.
It's the Buick 2016 model year sale down. Now get 20% below MSRP on select Encore models in stock. That's nearly $5,000 below MSRP on the 2016 Buick Encore.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Since 1928, Kerastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Kerastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota flooring.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Heads up for falling catfish. A woman in Philadelphia is recovering after she says a 5-pound catfish fell right out of the sky and hit her in the face. The woman was walking through a city park when she heard a rustling in the trees above, and that's when it happened. Bystanders said they saw a bird flee the scene, most likely an osprey, and suspect it may have been to blame for losing its lunch.
Your glory, God, is what our hearts long.
A Nashville area high school teacher who is battling cancer received an amazing outpouring of support. The entire student body from his school, more than 400, came to his house and sang to him. The video was posted online by country superstar Tim McGraw, who said he was tipped off by a friend. McGraw shared the video, and in just 2 days, the video has more than 18 million views on Facebook. A grandfather intends to leave his grandkids a giant playtime item. He's hoping to break the record for the world's largest teeter-totter. The contraption is more than 100 feet long and sends people 50 feet up into the air. It was built by retired welder Chuck Uhing. The 77-year-old started working on it 2 years ago. He says it started out as a wind chime, but in the middle of the construction, he decided to make it a seesaw instead. He says he never could have finished this monumental task without the support of his family.
They didn't say, "Dad, you're nuts," or "You're crazy, you're going to kill yourself," or they just let me do my thing, you know.
Well, he had an engineer measure the seesaw, and the two city officials witnessed it. He's hoping to make the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm not sure who's going to ride it, though. Still to come in your Suncoast News, the fight for higher minimum wages continues in the state capitol. The issues demonstrators are hoping to bring attention to Florida lawmakers. Plus, how two Samaritans, good Samaritans, managed to be at the right place at the right time to save one man from a plunging fate. That story when we come back.
Temperatures on the Suncoast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon. They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.